Hello everyone, welcome back to Shri FC. I hope you all are well and you're good. Today I want to discuss on Manchester United, what's going wrong for them and why suddenly top 4 is looking so difficult for them at one point which looked a certainty. Before I start people, please do hit the like button and please subscribe people if you haven't, it means a lot. And along with that, do comment your opinion in the comment section below. And before I start, I let you know I'm a rival fan, I'm a Chelsea fan, but I'll absolutely be neutral. People who have followed this channel know I'm an absolute neutral person in these regards and I respect every club. So now coming on to Manchester United and problem number one, what's going wrong and talking about David De Gea. See, first I have a lot of respect for David De Gea, top keeper for the last 10 years. Now, the problem with David De Gea for so many years has been that even if he's carried Manchester United, his problem has been sweeping keeping. But 5 years back, 6 years back, it wasn't a big thing. But now, goalkeepers need to be better sweeper keepers, whether we like it, whether we don't like it. Now, many people are criticizing Ten Hag that he's not removing him from the team, he's not ruthless. And this is where people I don't agree with comparing him with Pep and everything in this regard. Because see, nobody knows what's happening behind the scenes. The ownership problem, the backing he has got. Because Pep Guardiola got Joe Hart rid of him. Then he brought Claudio Bravo. It failed. Then he brought Edison and succeeded. So he was given the backing. He was given the backing of getting fullbacks, disaster signing, but then another fullback, top signing. Now, with Erik Ten Hag, he can be ruthless. His options are Jack Butland and Tom Heaton. Like if United sign a David Raya, it's understandable, but nobody knows how the summer is going to go. So he has to stay with David De Gea, and right now he has no option bar having a bit of words with David De Gea. But David De Gea, a senior player in the team, needs to sort him out. Now many people say the main part of the goalkeeping has to be the saves. Otherwise, I don't need any other things from the goalkeeper. If the goalkeeper is good with his feet, but he can not save, I don't want him in the team. But this is where sometimes we go wrong. Yes, both things are wrong. You don't want a goalkeeper that can sweep but not save, but you also don't want a goalkeeper that can save not sweep. You need to have a mix. Edison is never a good shot stopper in comparison to David De Gea, but because he's a half decent shot stopper and a good sweeper keeper, it helps Manchester City. Because now I'll tell you how does it help them. It helps the defenders to play from the back. It helps Manchester exert their dominance in the game, which might not allow opponents to have too many shots. Manchester United are pressurized with opponents. They know the weakness, and that is the problem. In the future, they have to sort it if they want to get a high level, but I will not blame Ten Hag right now for that because he has no option. Now coming on to attacking and Marcus Rashford. Many people are going on Marcus Rashford and blaming him for a lot of things and saying Marcus mentality is not their rivals, I'm saying. And this is where I will say you're wrong. Marcus Rashford has carried Manchester United this season. He's a role model the way he has played this season. He has been fantastic. You just have to ask yourself, he's a player who in Ole Gunnar Solskjaer era, 1 or 2 years back, he was very good as well. And he was rushed from injuries. And then after that, he never came back as the same player. Ten Hag has revived him. And again, I don't think he's fully fit. He has to carry this whole attack on his back. You go to Martinelli, where Rashford and Martinelli are compared. Martinelli plays with Saka, Trossard, Gabriel Jesus, a proper striker in a team where if he doesn't have a good day, others can step up. He has players he can look to. Gabriel Jesus have combinations. Bukayo Saka, he has Trossard, and because there is Trossard that's pulling him to work hard, he has something to look forward to. He has something to work hard on. Marcus has no one to really have a competition with. Sancho has failed. Anthony is still young, and still you cannot blame him. He's a new signing. You have to give him time. Martial, nothing. Vagos, disaster. Bruno still not at that level, and that's where Rashford cannot do everything alone. United this summer need to first of all go and either get a James Maddison because Leicester might get relegated, or even Leeds United might get relegated, so get a Gnonto to fight with Marcus Rashford on the left side. So he has some competition, and along with another players that can step up when he isn't stepping up. And next season they have a lone player who did very well at Sunderland, Manchester United in Diallo. Bring him on, have Anthony developing, and in future with a proper striker like Harry Kane or even a much better striker like Ivan Toney even, who if bans and everything doesn't go wrong, United can do much better in the future as well. So I won't blame Rashford. He has done enough this season. Now coming on to Erik Ten Hag, and then I'll end it with some more discussion as well and what Manchester United can do to correct it. Erik Ten Hag is getting a lot of blame, and Erik Ten Hag, many Manchester United fans are overly getting critical of him. I think if you are even in 1% of a category of Ten Hag out, I literally have no words for you. I won't say anything bad, but I have no words for you. How far he has brought you, you need to have some perspective, some understanding. The guy has done a massive job. Now many people, many rivals go on saying Erik Ten Hag plays ole ball. What is this word ole ball? Erik Ten Hag this season has sometimes played Ten Hag ball, sometimes played counter-attacking ball. Counter-attacking is played by countless managers. Real Madrid doing that against Manchester City today as well. That is an important part of football and I respect Ten Hag for that. Ten Hag has not been arrogant. I need to play my style, my style, my style. He has adjusted. If you try to play Ten Hag football, you will be 9th or 8th in the Premier League table. Your squad cannot play Ten Hag ball at his best. So he has been understanding at Old Trafford. He has got so many good results against Manchester City, against Arsenal. He has made Old Trafford a fortress. He has improved Dalot. He has improved Van Bissaka. He has improved so many players. Casemiro has been somewhat successful signing. Casemiro has been a good signing. You go towards Martinez being a wonderful signing. Varane being revived. Rashford getting back in form. You go to Bruno being one of his most better Bruno additions in Manchester United under Erik Ten Hag, where he has been much more of a complete footballer rather than just a goal scorer. So many things have been better. The team has progressed from 7th to now 4th in the league. They've won a Carabao Cup. They reached another final. At home, they are a fortress. At some point of the season, they play some good football. You have to praise it. At some point, you have to understand the squad has a limitation as well. A manager can only do so much. And a team that for last 6-7 years have never been able to get above second in the league. And that second, to be honest, was a false finish where they were not even in a title race. And the same goes for the Ole season. You have to anticipate a big rebuild. If people were thinking that they were suddenly going to go from 7th to 2nd, 7th to 1st, it was never going to happen. So you need to have some perspective. Now I will do blame Ten Hag for this thing, but this is a different thing. You can blame him, you can constructively blame him because he's also a manager who is work in progress. He's also learning in job. If you really compare him to Pep and Klopp, then it's your mistake, not Ten Hag mistake. He is not at the level of Pep Guardiola or Jurgen Klopp, but he could be in 5-10 years time, but he's not. He is not. Same goes with Mikel Arteta, same goes with Eddie Howe. There is no one in the league that's in comparison to Pep Guardiola and then followed by Jurgen Klopp. There is no one, and stop putting any manager on that pedestal until they achieve some very big thing. But Ten Hag is a very good young prospect, a very good manager who still is learning on the job and will be better. He has to be blamed for the away record. If Manchester United lose the top 4, he has to be held accountable and a bit of criticism has to be there that why Ten Hag this has happened. But this should not take away from the real problem of the club, that is the mentality of some of the players and the Glazers of how they are letting this club down. And again, the ownership problems is not been sorted. Glazers again, as always, there's no idea who to sign next summer. The budgets are less. They could easily have signed Joao Felix, but they went for Vaudegas. Remember a real problem, Manchester United fans, before you keep going on Ten Hag. He's still one of the brightest prospects and one of the better managers you've had in recent years. And this brings me to what can Manchester United do to improve it and what is the problem. I think what they can do to improve it, I think right now they have 3 home games: Fulham, Wolverhampton Wanderers, Chelsea. It's not me being saying as a Chelsea fan that I can expect Chelsea get a result. It's just a bit of feeling in my heart where I don't know why they can do that. But Bournemouth is an away match who are on the beach right now. We played Bournemouth and Bournemouth defensively are very gettable. And Marcus Rashford, I think players like Anthony, players like Bruno, I think they can enjoy playing against Bournemouth. My honest opinion is Manchester United is getting top 4. I think you'll beat Wolves 2 or 3-0. I think you'll beat Fulham over on the beach 2-1, 3-1. Even if they're playing well, people will say, idiot, they beat in Leicester. Leicester are awful. But Fulham have not a lot to play for. Your guys should be fighting on the pitch. Old Trafford, you'll beat them. I think I've got a feeling that we and you will have a boring draw, and I think you will beat Bournemouth away and you'll get the top 4. But that should also not forget the problems you have had. I think what Manchester United overall have to do is first of all get the top 4, so the progress that's made this season that continues to next season. And Champions League football is important to attract top players. First, I think if you get the right offer for Jadon Sancho, you need to accept it. I really like Jadon Sancho as a footballer. I loved him at Dortmund, but at some point he has to take the next step, and it's disappointing how he has played at Manchester United. He's a talented player, but he just now might be cut off from Manchester United. I still will give him, if I was a United fan, 1 year more, but if you get the right offer for him, 50 million, 45 million, you need to let him go. Diallo is coming. Diallo and Anthony fighting on the one wing, and then Rashford and most probably even a Gunanto fighting on other wings. That's the way you can develop. Now coming on to Rashford's backup and a person he can compete with, you have to look at the bottom teams. Why go for the Marcus signings? Leicester are getting relegated. You can get Madison for 45-50 million. You can get Harvey Barnes for 30-35 million. You can get Gunanto for 30-35 million. You can get players like Rodrigo for 25-30 million. United need to look at these players. Now in midfield, I do respect Eriksen, but if you think playing with Eriksen has a double pivot is going to get you Premier League trophy in the future, you're kidding yourself. He's a good free signing, a good backup, but nothing more than that. He's not a proper midfielder, and the same goes in McTominay and Fred. You need to sign a young player for me, especially in Lavia. 45 million, 40 million investment. He can play as an understudy to, you can say, Casemiro. Learn from it, and in future, when Casemiro leaves or starts going in a more of a leadership role, Lavia can take the place instead of him. So I think you need to go for players like Lavia. You need to go for players like Gononto. I think you need to go for a proper centre back that's available in the market, a young centre back. Keep Lindelof, let Maguire go, and have someone that can play instead of Lindelof. And I think if you can't get rid of David De Gea, at least get a 20-30 million keeper that can play sweeping keeping role. And if David De Gea causes a ruckus in the dressing room that he wants to play, then ruthlessly get him out of the training ground, play him with reserves, but at least do these changes next season so that you're not in this position again. It's been a great season where the steam has ran out, the squad has just done enough, and it's not more good enough. Dalot is a player I really admire, but he's not at the top level. Van Bissaka I admire, but he's just defensively good but not attackingly good, which you need today. United still have to go a lot more steps before they go for the titles and everything, and now it's important for them to improve these problems, somehow get top 4 and then improve for next season. I hope you like this video. Please like and subscribe. Thank you all. Wish you have a great day.